Next linear outcome is 7.2c. Use the half angle formula for any angles theta. Sine theta equals to sine half theta times with cos half theta. Second, tangent theta equals to tangent half theta divided by 1 minus tangent square half theta. And the last one, the third one is, we can say that cos theta equals cos square half theta minus sine square half theta, or we can change this into 2 cos square half theta minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sine square half theta.
Example 12. Given that sine A equals negative 8 over 17 and cos B equals 3 over 5, where A and B are in the same quadrant, find without using calculator A sine A plus B. Given the information is sine A is negative. So by referring to the quadrant, we have to reject first quadrant and second quadrant because both quadrants give us positive sign. Next is we have been given a cos B equals 3 over 5. Since we have reject first quadrant, so we cannot use the first quadrant. Next is we have to reject third quadrant because third quadrant cos B is negative. So from this situation, A and B must be lies in the same quadrant, so the selected quadrant must be the fourth quadrant only. Let's have the fourth quadrant. Okay, so sine A. Given sine A equals negative 8 over 17. Sine A. Sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. The length of opposite is 8 and its hypotenuse is 17. From here, we can calculate that this length equals to 15. Let's complete all. Next, therefore, we can say that the cos A, what is cos A? Cos A is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. The adjacent equals to 15 divided by 17. Next is we can also find out the tangent A. Tangent A is opposite divided by adjacent. So side opposite is 8 and divided by adjacent equals to 15. Let's complete for B angle, where is given cos B equals 3 over 5. Cos B is adjacent. The adjacent equals to 3 and hypotenuse equals to 5. Therefore, this length equals to 4 units. Let's complete for the sine B. Sine B equals to side opposite. We have 4 divided by hypotenuse is 5. But we need to put down the negative because it's the fourth quadrant. Next is we can obtain tangent B. Tangent B is opposite. The opposite is 4 and divided by adjacent is 3. And we have to put down the negative because it's the fourth quadrant. Alright, let's solve for the first question. What is sine A plus B? Sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Let's substitute all the items. So we have negative 8 over 17 times cos B is 3 over 5 plus cos A is 15 over 17 times sine B is negative 4 over 5. Next, this is equals to negative 84 divided by 85.
Without using calculator, find b cos a over 2. To find out this half angle, we use the formula of half angle here. Next is let's manipulate this formula. We have cos A equals 2 cos square A over 2 minus 1. Then 2 cos square A over 2 equals cos A plus 1. Next is cos square A over 2 equals to cos A plus 1 over 2. Next is we can say that cos A over 2 equals to square root cos A plus 1 over 2. Careful, we need to put down plus minus. Next is we have to consider one of the part is a quadrant, where is A is lies between fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant is 270 degree until 360 degree. Now we have half A. Half A means we have 135 degree until 180 degree. Now fourth quadrant have been changed into second quadrant. As we know, second quadrant all positive for first and second quadrant sign only positive. Now we have cos A over 2. Cos A over 2 is located on second quadrant. That means we have to consider negative only. Alright, so let's choose the negative only. To solve this problem, then we have cos A over 2 equals negative. Set cos A is 15 over 17 plus 1 divided by 2. So cos A over 2 is negative 4 over 17. Without using calculator, find sine A over 2. To solve this question, we need to choose this half angle formula. Let's manipulate this formula. We have cos A equals 1 minus 2 sine square A over 2. Next, 2 sine square A over 2 equals 1 minus cos A. Sine square A over 2 equals 1 minus cos A divided all by 2. Next is we have sine A over 2 is equals to square root 1 minus cos A over 2. We have here plus minus sign. Careful with the quadrant. Angle A lies between 270 degree until 360 degree. Now we have half angle. Half angle means we have to divide by 2. Now we have 135 degree until 180 degree. Where is this the second quadrant, right? So this is the second quadrant. Second quadrant, we know that second quadrant is all sign positive. So from this statement, we need to choose positive sign only and drop the negative sign. Next, we can say that sine A over 2 equals square root, positive only, 1 minus cos A is 15 over 17 divided all by 2. The final answer to this question is 1 over 17.